I am Dr. G.V. Ramana. By profession, I am an anthropologist. I completed my post-graduation MA Anthropology at Andhra University in 1984. Then I joined for the PhD at SV University, Tirupati. I received a PhD in anthropology from SV University in 1990. So afterwards, I joined in Anthropological Survey of India, Ministry of Culture. So in survey I worked for 30 years. I have 30 years of field experience in the field of anthropology. I conducted field work in different areas of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Orissa. Before my retirement, I worked in Andaman Regional Center. I have 20 years of teaching experience in the field of anthropology, especially to the civil service aspirants. I also taught to the postgraduate level at universities and IGNOU students also. So today in this video, I am talking about what is the strategy, what is the approach, what is the, how to write the answer writing. So I am going to talk about these aspects. First of all, we will discuss about the decoding of the syllabus. So there are two papers in this optional, paper 1 and paper 2. Each paper consists of 250 marks. Especially you have to focus more on the short notes. Then you have to consider the essays, even 15 and 20 marks also. So actually for 10 marks the short notes, we have to write 150 words. You have to write all this content within the prescribed word limit. So very important thing is 1 and 5 questions are short notes. So here in paper 1, so the first chapter is introduction. Here meaning, what is the meaning and scope of anthropology, branches and relations with other disciplines. So this 4 fields of anthropology, this socio-cultural, biological, archaeological and linguistic anthropology are important for the short notes. While preparing this chapter, you have to read you have to prepare even how this anthropology related with the other branches. For example, anthropology and sociology, anthropology and economics, anthropology and psychology, history, like that we have to prepare. One more thing we have to prepare when anthropology is not science. So that also we have to prepare. What are the common features in the 4 fields of anthropology? Approaches in anthropology also very, very important. Last year it is one question is asked on even this holistic approach. So what are the remaining approaches? Biocultural perspective. Discuss biocultural perspective is the hallmark of biological anthropology. So we have to what are the difference between the emic and etic approaches. So explain the comparative approach perspective also. So from this angle we have to prepare from this chapter. So this syllabus can be divided into 3 sections. One is socio-cultural anthropology and biological anthropology and archaeological and linguistic anthropology. So the major portions are from the socio-cultural anthropology and biological anthropology as per your syllabus. So here under socio-cultural anthropology, again it can be divided into 6 sections: anthropology of marriage, family and kinship, economic anthropology, political anthropology, anthropology of religion and anthropological theories, concepts and methods. So from anthropology of marriage, family, kinship, what are the important topics, how to prepare this we will discuss. So what are the problems involved in the definition of marriage? There is no universal definition on the definition of marriage because of cross-cultural variation. Some societies practice monogamy, polyandry, polygamy and monogamy, and also some societies practice even male marriages and women marriages. So that's why it's not possible to give the universal definition. So, what are the important forms of marriage? What are the marriage payments? And also, what is universal taboo? And another important thing is family chapter also very important. So, is family universal? The Spiro has given good article on the is family universal. So, forms of family. So, what is the impact of industrialization, urbanization, family, and also kinship. What is the functional importance of kinship in anthropology, and also what are the kinship difference between the kinship and descent groups, and also what is the impact of this globalization on this family marriage and kinship also we have to prepare. So, economic last year in 2020 there was a question on kinship. So, what are the contributions of Radcliffe Brown and Levi-Strauss contribution to the kinship studies? So, Radcliffe Brown contribution is also very important to the kinship studies. He published a book this African kinship and marriage systems. That is very important book. In that the edited book he wrote a book along with Ford. So, Radcliffe Brown has coined the terms agnates and cognates. He differentiated between the patrilineal descent and matrilineal descent also. He worked on the descent theories. So, along with the other British social anthropologists. So, whereas Levi-Strauss contribution is also very important in kinship studies. He wrote a book that is the elementary structures of kinship. There he talked about the positive marriage rules and negative marriage rules, and he emphasized more on the alliance theory. So, how women was exchanged between the different groups. So, he differentiated three types of women exchange system. So, one is direct exchange and indirect direct system and generalized exchange system. So, like that he divided the three types of kinship systems. So, we will discuss in the kinship chapter afterwards. So, what is the impact of this reproductive kinship relations and kinship also? That is very important. We have to write about the surrogacy and other important aspects. Kinship and gender also a very important topic in this area in contemporary perspective. So, economic anthropology. Economic anthropology deals with the how the exchange, how the goods and services are exchanged. So, another important topic is this the theoretical debate is formalism and substantivism, also a very important topic in economic anthropology, and reciprocity and exchange system, and also what is the impact of this globalization on even indigenous people economy, also very important. So, in this political anthropology we have to study what are the concepts of power and authority and linked with the legitimacy, and also political systems at different levels from band to even state system. So, even this what is the law in simple society, that is also a very important topic in this, especially legal anthropology. So, we have to prepare from this section. Anthropology religion also very important topic. Here we have to prepare the what are the anthropological approaches to religion, even religious functionaries, witchcraft, sorcery, even this myth and ritual also we have to prepare. So, another important section is anthropological theories. So, it is very hard the discipline. If you are good in theories, you can write the even this institutions very well. Almost all institutions is linked with the anthropological theories. That's why you have to prepare this anthropological theories very well. So, you should not skip the any theory. All theories are, even traditional modern theories are very important. So, comparative perspective is very important. For example, what are the difference between the classical evolutionism and neo evolutionism? What are the difference between the functionalism and structural functionalism? So, what is the difference between the even this postmodernism and post structuralism? So, like that we have to prepare this year. So, what are the concepts for short notes it is very important, culture and civilization, institutions, groups, etc., even social stratification also. Research methodology is also important for short notes, even for 15 marks also. So, what are the fieldwork tradition in anthropology? That also very important topic. What is the difference between the technique, method and methodology? Even what are the difference between the schedule and questionnaire and the genealogical method, and also participatory method, PRA, evening participatory action research. Recently, the rapid assessment procedure also very important, especially in COVID time. So, this even this what are the ethics involved in the anthropological research method, that also we have to prepare from that angle. So, this is the overall picture of the socio-cultural anthropology. So, here next section is biological anthropology. What is the importance of primate studies in biological anthropology? First section is primatology, how to prepare this chapter. So, what is the importance of primate studies in biological anthropology? What are the primate characteristics, and also even this classification? What are the difference between the apes and man? Even primate adaptations, bipedalism. Even these topics are very important. Even this theories of organic evolution. This is also not difficult to understand this chapter. Already might have studied at school level what is Lamarckism, what is Darwinism, and this you might be familiar with those theories. But here other Darwinism is also very important. For example, social Darwinism. What is social Darwinism? What are who coined this term? What is the main theme of this social? This theory was coined by explained by the Herbert Spencer. So, this organic theory of this Darwinism can be applied to the even social inequalities also, socio-economic inequalities. This theory is social Darwinism. In 19th century, Herbert Spencer explained this one. So, even European societies are well-to-do rather than the other countries' societies. Why? Even this European countries, there some societies are well-to-do, especially in socio-economic conditions. Some are not well-to-do. So, natural selection is against the even poor societies, and natural selection, the concept of natural selection is favored among the high socio-economic society people. So, this concept is social Darwinism. It was rejected by the other scholars. So, that is social Darwinism. That also we have to focus more on this. So, here most of the people are from the non-biology background. That's why don't after these two chapters skip to the biology and culture. You prepare for those sections. Human growth and adaptation. We'll discuss one by one. Human growth. What is the difference between the growth and development? What are the stages? What are the factors affecting the human growth? So, in even adolescence, growth period concept is also very important, and also even theories of aging and sentience also very important topic in this chapter. So, adaptations also very important. At least one question will be asked from human growth, definitely from both these two sections, human growth and adaptations. If you see the previous questions papers, definitely there will be one or two questions from the human growth and adaptations. So, in human adaptations, we have to prepare the what is adaptation, and also what are the how humans adapt to the different climates. So, high altitude, cold and hot section. So, this is biocultural perspective also. Another important section from examination point of view is epidemiological anthropology. How do anthropologists collaborate with the epidemiologists? What is concept of health and disease, and what is epidemiological transition concept also very important. We have to write the Umbran model and criticisms also. So, another important is demographic anthropology. What are the factors affecting on the demography, fertility, mortality, and etc., even migration also. Even we have to read the life tables also. So, what are the difference between the fertility and fecundity also. So, from that angle we have to read. So, next section is applied biological anthropology. This is also a very important chapter. We have to prepare for the short notes. So anthropology of sports, anthropometric defense equipment, even forensic anthropology. So from that angle, nutritional anthropology, we have to read almost all topics from these sections. So another one is human evolution. Then you go for the human evolution after reading all these chapters. So human evolution, actually this is also called paleoanthropology. We have to study, we have to write in examination, we have to write the distribution in a space and time also, even anatomical features and cultural aspects, and compare to account of one human fossil with the another fossil. So another one is phylogenetic position also we have to write. So who are the direct ancestors to modern man, and who are the distant ancestors, and who are these Neanderthals and Denisovans. So these are all important topics in this human evolution. So especially in paper 1, last section is archaeological and linguistic anthropology also. So prior to that, if you look at the anthropological genetics, you can each aspirant is advised to divide this section into 3 parts. One is Mendelian genetics, molecular genetics, and population genetics. Among these 3 areas, population genetics is very, very important. So what is the scope of this population genetics? Ardivian Burgula. Prior to that, we have to prepare the Mendelian population also. So the applications of Ardivian Burgula, and also this consanguineal marriages. What are the genetic effects? What is the frequency of this consanguineal marriages? So compared to North India, South India is having more consanguineal marriages. What are the reasons for this? So that also we have to read this one. Even this genetic mechanisms of evolution also, that is very, very important. So in molecular genetics, especially we have to read the very latest trends. Even we have to prepare for the human genome project, and also ancient DNA and mitochondrial DNA. So these are all very important topics in the anthropological genetics. So it may be possible to ask questions from this latest molecular genetics question. So this another section is, last section is in paper 1 is archaeological and linguistic anthropology. So last year in 2020, there was question asked Natufian culture. It is not new topic, but trends. The trends, if you look at the trends of previous question papers, in-depth questions are asked. So this is the Mesolithic cultures of the about this 11,000 years back. These people are in the Israel area, that is called Natufian culture. Natufian culture, they used this blades, even grinding stones and polishing stones also. They hunted gazelle and also deers also. Their house made of the even stone and mud also. So these are all they harvested wild this wheat and barley. These all information is available in the standard textbooks. If you look at the even this Victor Barna book, in the previous video I told that physical anthropology and archaeology, in that book it is very clearly, even Ember book also this information is available. So we come to know, so trend is in-depth questions are asked, so in each section, but we have, that there is no need to be not to be afraid of this one. Next one is linguistic anthropology. There was in last year question, there was question. What question was asked? Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Sapir was a American anthropologist. So he was a student of Franz Bayes. So you know that Franz Bayes developed the concept of cultural relativism. So likewise he developed the linguistic relativity. What is meant by the linguistic relativity? Different people speaking languages have different perceptions because of different languages, differences in the languages. So along with this student Whorf, they developed the concept of this hypothesis of this Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. What is the theme of this hypothesis? So language is not only communication but also shapes perception. This Whorf did field work among the Homi, Hopi. So, what was his conclusion? Actually, there are no chances among the Hopi. There are only assertions only. So, there is a criticism on this hypothesis. One is still it is hypothesis rather than the fact. So, another ethno scientists also criticize this Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. So, it is not useful to understand the human cognition. So, this is the short notes. Last year it is asked for short notes. So, definitely there will be one short notes or 10 marks or 15 marks question will be asked from the archaeological and linguistic anthropology. So, if even this Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, actually if you look at the history of this linguistic anthropology, this topic is covered. So, that's why we have to see the even growth and development of each discipline also very important. Next important is paper 2. So, actually in paper 1 archaeological anthropology there, at that time along with that topics Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, at that time you study even this linguistic Indian priest also, Indian civilization also. Next important section is Indian social system, Varna system, caste system. From this definitely there will be one question from this Indian social system. So, especially what are the, for example, caste, what changes happened in the contemporary caste system, what are the impact of globalization on Indian village also. So, what is the relevance of Purushadhas to the present society, what are the impact of Buddhism, that is also a very important topic. So, another important section is growth of Indian anthropology. So, that is very, very important. We have to see the even from British colonial period administrators to the even contemporary anthropologists also. For example, Veena Das contributions to the Indian anthropology. So, another Vinay Kumar Srivastava, recently he expelled from the Anthropological Survey of India. Earlier he was a professor in the Department of Anthropology at Delhi University. What are his contributions also? Even D.K. Bhattacharya contributions are also very important. Even Puller, C.J. Puller contributions to Indian caste system, that is also very important contributions in Indian society also. So, another important concepts also very important. At least one concept will be asked from the all whatever syllabus is there, Sanskritization, Westernization, etc. Whatever content is the concepts are there. From that concepts we have to prepare one. That is very important. Other one is this other backward classes and also this scheduled caste minorities and denotified communities and their problems and development programs are important. From this section one question may be asked. So, another important is tribal situation in India. Concept of tribes as indigenous people, that also very important. What is tribal situation in India, especially what are the geographical distribution and what is the tribal languages classification, that is also economy classification also very important. So, another even endangered indigenous knowledge people, especially tribal Indian language also very important. Another important is among problems there will be one question asked frequently: land alienation, indebtedness, poverty, education, forest tribes, health rehabilitation center. So, here for example, if you take education, how to prepare this topic, even these contemporary issues, what are the constraints in education among the tribal communities, what are the tribal education policies through plan wise, Eklavya schools, even this right to education. So, from that angle we have to prepare. Like that, even forest and tribes, forest rights acts implementation, what are the concerns in this, health. So, in health especially, what is the impact of health behavior among the tribes, especially during the COVID time, what is the impact of COVID on Indian society, and also we have to look at from that angle also. So, already in anthropological journals and EPW that such articles are published. Rehabilitation, while preparing the rehabilitation, this is also important topic from examination point of view. So, simply if you read the what are the concerns in rehabilitation, what are the concerns relating to the even this dam, that is not enough. You have to study the rehabilitation issues from different angles. For example, dam related, tiger reserve project related displacement, even national parks, mineral related rehabilitation. We have to study the displacement and rehabilitation in the context of human rights. So, each topic we have to prepare from the different angles. So, then only any question you can answer any questions if in case it is asked, if any question comes from this section. So, another section is history of tribal administration, policies, programs, and that is also a very important topic. Role of anthropology in tribal, and even this tribal movements also very important. While preparing for this tribal movements, we have to prepare the latest tribal movements also, Pathangali movement, like that. So, even this what are the contributions of this understanding this of religion, regionalism, communalism, and ethnic and political movements. For that, even this Indian society essay also means it is useful. So, like that we have to prepare this enter this optional paper. So, what are the trends means we have to prepare in-depth questions. We have to study from holistic point of view, especially tribal studies. When compared to paper 1, paper 2 is a little dynamic, not much, but we have to read the contemporary issues, what programs are being going on in the present situation, what is the relevance to the present situation, and what is the impact of globalization. Even you can study the impact of globalization even in rehabilitation, resettlement, and tribal development programs also, tribal development also. So, everything we have to read the contemporary issue. So, another importantly is how to read, how to answer writing, that is also very important. Here in examination already I stated that we have to write within the prescribed words only, within the time framework only we have to answer the questions. So, very important while writing the even essay or short notes, there should be structure. Each answer should have introduction, even explanation and conclusion. So, for example, while writing about the definition of marriage, how to write this answer writing. So, here first we have to write the meaning of the marriage. So, then we have to write the different definitions given by the famous anthropologists. First very quotable definition comes from the Notes and Queries, notes and Queries in anthropology. So, what is the definition of this marriage? Marriage is a union between a man and a woman such that the children born to the women are recognized as legitimate offsprings. That is a very famous definition. So, what are the examples we have to write here? Even these exceptional cases which are not fit to the definition, that is woman marriages among the New Year, even male marriages among the Ajande, even this Catherine Gough definition also, even Nair case study also we can give. So, next important is what are the conclusion, what is conclusion of this definition. So, according to Needham, so this definition is not at all useful in the comparative study. So, the concept of marriage is illusion only. So, this is a conclusion we have to write. So, the conclusion you can get it from the Needham book, that is Rethinking Kinship and Marriage book, you can quote that one. So, this is the model for the answer. So, in every this answer writing, we have to write the some conceptual framework is all important. We have to incorporate concepts also. For example, in interpretive anthropology, you have to write the concept of thick description. So, that is concept. What is thick description? Each ethnography is having different layers of meaning that we have to study in depth. That is gives the interpretations of culture. That is very important concept. So, every essay we have to write the incorporate of the concepts, even theoretical perspective also. So, while writing this marriage definition, if you take again we have to write the theoretical point of functional point of view, structural point of view also we have to write. So what are the contributions of this radical Brown contribution to the even marriage also, even elementary structures of kinship point of view, Levi-Strauss how he talked about the alleged theory. So every answer if possible wherever is required we have to write the theories also. So for example, anthropological approaches to religion. So there we have to write the even this we have to write the concept as well as theories also. So like that we have to even this ethnographic examples also very important in writing your answer. So for example, polyandry, monogamy, whatever it may be, we have to write the this ethnographic examples we have to quote. So including the both Indian and global examples also. So using the diagrams also, especially in the archaeological anthropology, it is very important. And also in molecular anthropology also it is very important. Human genetics, even this kinship, marriage, there also we have to draw these diagrams also. So case study also very important both in paper 1 and paper 2. So these are all for example, what are the case studies are required, especially legal anthropology, even descent theories in first paper. You have to write you have to quote these case studies. So especially in tribal problems and development programs, we have to quote the case studies. So that is also very important. You have to give the latest statistical data. So whatever data is available latest, we have to incorporate using avoid the using this derogatory terms, especially most of the people are in confusion. They write in the examination primitive societies, primitive people, that you should not use in your answer writing because they are derogatory terms. Suppose in case author course, for example, Radical Brown wrote a book, Structure and Function in Primitive Society. So in those context only you have to write, otherwise we should not use those terms. And also you give even this classical anthropological text references, even contemporary textbooks, authors references. So then only you get good scoring in the examination. So this is the answer writing practices. Thank you.